do, folks? Tuning in. It's WIDR Kalamazoo, 89.1 WIDR FM. You know the drill. Another production update. It's Wednesday. Oh, it's Wednesday. I'm saying Wednesday. And you know that's how. It's a different week this week, folks. I'm back for another live episode of the production update. The show here on 89.1 WIDR FM, meant to keep you in the loop with what is going on here at the station and all the fun stuff we got coming at you each and every week, all summer long for this 4-week spectacular. Oh, that's a hard one to say. Here on 89.1 WIDR FM. Ooh, we locked and loaded. It's your production director talking to you here. That's me, Ryan Misiak. And I got the WIDR app open on my phone, folks. We here, we cheesing. It's another week. What is it? It's August 2nd. Wow, what a day. I should know what day it is, because you're getting the production director here on his birthday. So, yeah, it's a great day here in Kalamazoo. August 2nd, here for the production update, special birthday episode 4. Hey, send me a happy birthday wish on the app. Anyone tuning in, appreciate you. But I don't really have much for y'all. We can do a little recap of the past week, as we typically do at the beginning of our show here on the production update. We start with a recap, so why don't we talk about last week a little bit? We had a new merch drop come out last week, maybe a little bit longer than a week ago, but that's fine. It's I love the merch to death, and I know you do as well. And if you haven't seen the merch, you're really missing out. You gotta go to WIDRFM.org, go to the merch page, and check out our 3 new shirts and our new hat. All that you can get for reasonable pricing. And all that information, folks, is on the website, WIDRFM.org. And I'm going to pull it up. It's right on that WIDR Wear tab. You can't miss it, folks. You just cannot miss it. It's they're great. They feel great. They look great. And I think it's definitely some of the best merch I've seen come out of the station here in some time. We got that new logo slapped on it. Slapped on the hat. The hat's embroidered. And it's amazing, wonderful, love it. You gotta get it, folks. You gotta get it. Ooh. So we had that drop for y'all last week. That was a Wave 2 exclusive drop, probably the biggest drop of Wave 2. The 4-wave spectacular we have going on at 89.1 WIDR FM all summer long. That was again kind of the end hype train for our Wave 2 was that merch. So that was fun to get that rolling and get that out the door, and to be able to kick off Wave 3 with the Luna Rose, 89.1 WIDR FM's newest radio drama, WIDR Tale, whatever you want to call them. The crime romance dropped, the 31st at 6 p.m. That was July 31st at 6 p.m., 9 p.m., and 12 midnight to kick off Wave 3 here on 89.1 WIDR FM. Oh, we're getting through the halfway point. That's crazy to say. I mean, I remember when the waves first started coming around, and we're already here on Wave 3. I'm excited. Hope y'all are as well. Kicked it off with Luna Rose. We've got some news goodies coming at you pretty quick here, folks. We can't really let you know too much about that just yet. That's why you got to follow all of our social media, those 6 magical letters, the WIDR FM. You got to be following those social media sites, folks, as well as WIDRFM.org. That's your place for the updates. I mean, this place is, but if you want to know what's coming and all the deets, you check out them socials. You're gonna ring them bell, and you always gonna get notified when we're posting. You're seeing it. You're hearing it here, and you're seeing it there. Make sense? I think it does. So new goodies coming at you. That'll be exciting. We are in the process of moving out of Font Studio right now. 89.1 WIDR FM has been here for quite some time, but I think this building has served its duty. And with the opening of the new Student Center at Western Michigan University yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, it was either yesterday or the 31st. We've been really able to start moving some stuff from the studio, from the Font Studio over to the new studio in the Student Center on campus, the new one. So it's little by little we're moving out of here, and sometime soon we're going to be having some Goodbye Font programming coming at you. Excited to have that air. Again, so many memories here at this studio that we have to commemorate all the time we spent, all the great productions coming out of here, all the great voices that have christened the studio, these chairs, this board, all this mic, I mean all this. So we are going to be doing that very soon. That's part of our Wave 3. We also have another radio drama coming soon that will be August 20th region, around that. It'll be the Hunt for El Dorado. So we got a treasure hunt adventure radio drama WIDR tale. We're gonna call them WIDR tales. That's like our branded name for our radio drama collection. There, that's the little description I'm trying to get myself to brand into my brain. WIDR Tales, our audio drama collection. Yeah, remember that, folks. But we got more coming at you. We just came out with our second full-length feature this year. That was The Luna Rose, cast of 8, crime romance. Our third one of the year, our second full scale, and this fourth one coming out will be a mini as well. And we're excited to be able to bring that towards y'all. So, shoot. I went through the recap, and I already went through the future plans. Why don't we play Luna Rose for you? Oh, yo, great. We made it through in perfect time. So, we have, let me find it here. Folks, we got The Luna Rose, 89.1 WIDR FM's newest radio drama. I'm going to load it up for you. I'm going to take this music away. I cut that quick. I'm going to do a slow fade. But hey, sometimes things just end abruptly, and we have to be okay with that. Right? Luna Rose. Folks, I'm so glad you are not able to see my computer screen right now. I know if my assistant is looking or is listening in, he would know exactly what I'm talking about. But I definitely have some file organization that needs to be done on my computer. So oh wow, folks, here we are. We got Luna Rose, 89.1 WIDR FM's newest radio drama, loaded up for you. Let's get right into it. Without further ado, folks, you got the crime romance coming at you. You can find this on YouTube as well as our SoundCloud. So, check it out. Check it out.
Good time, everyone, my dear listeners. Welcome to 89.1 WIDR FM. I'm your curator, Austin, here to introduce this WIDR tale. This tale is Luna Rose, a crime romance set in 1990s Europe. Luna Rose stars Logan Crandall as Inspector Vivian Wilmore, Isabella as Tasha Loomis, Leo as Cully Cooper, and the supporting cast includes Twilight, played by Jay Stevo, Robber, played by Dan Hubble, and Waiter, portrayed by Ryan Misiak. Luna Rose was written by Austin WIDR, and this is a WIDR Tales production. Without further ado, please enjoy this WIDR tale, Luna Rose.
We are talking about Luna Rose, one of the most wanted women in the world, the greatest thief in the 20th century and probably the 21st century as well. You were the head investigator of the case, is that correct, Inspector Wilmore?
It's just Vivian now, but yes, Interpol inspector for 37 years, going on 30 in the Netherlands. But anyway, the Luna Rose. She was a masterclass thief and a chameleon. So rare. The few times we'd get something on camera, she'd just go and change her entire look. She was incredibly smart, too. Unlike most criminals, she knew her art. Her targets were mainly private collections.
My understanding is that you had a unique relationship with Luna Rose. Do you remember when you first met her? What was she like?
Yeah, it was certainly a weird time in my life. The case was pretty straightforward, but it was weird in hindsight. I guess it all properly started in France, with a break-in at a private collection owned by John William. This is definitely Luna Rose. It looks like she entered through the service entry and put a Polaroid in front of the camera using this little thing. We've got no fingerprints and no eyewitnesses. We have absolutely nothing.
I got a list of everything that was stolen by the curator, all right? It includes 3 paintings and a Chinese brooch. How do you get all of that out of here and nobody sees anything? I mean, there's not even tire tracks out back. It rained all this morning and washed everything we could have gotten away.
Is there any good news?
Boss called. Thanks to our Luna Rose, some millionaire called in a favor, and now we are pulling security for the charity gala.
Leo, that's not good news.
So, this theft in France, the one where 2 Cassats and a Gustave were taken as well as a Chinese hair brooch. You were her partner at the time and worked on that case. Is that right, Director Leo?
Yeah, we were a good team back in the day. Vivian was one of the best partners I ever had. I'll tell you though, she was dedicated. Borderline obsessed. Wow, V. How early did you get in?
What? We got no leads. There's no time to leave. I figured that the art has to go somewhere, so I spent all night finding possible fences Luna Rose may be using. I've narrowed it down to 6. I say we go check them out now that you're here.
Jesus, V. You need sleep. I mean, we got a gala we have to go to tonight.
We have 6 leads. I don't have time to sleep.
Vivian, look at me. You need to rest and go home. I'll ask John and Louis to help me with the fences. Just go home, V.
Yeah. All right. Have it your way. Us Interpol agents have to pull security for them from time to time to make the 1% feel safe, or when important people decide to go. It was right in the middle of my investigation of the Luna Rose. She already had a massive takeaway at the Louvre, bigger than the Gardner heist in '97, just the year before. That was one of 12 different heists she pulled from '95 to '97. One of those heists happened the day before the gala. I mean, that's a big case. The ones young Interpol hotheads really get hooked on, especially when they think they have something to prove. But anyways, back to the charity gala. I'll admit it was a pretty nice party, all things considered.
89.1 WIDR FM.
Check. How's the upper floor looking, Leo? Any sign of Luna Rose?
We're all clear and you know we are. Leave your femme fatale for just one night. How much sleep did you actually get, V?
I got like a solid 8 hours.
V.
All right, it was like 5. But you know what? That's more than I was planning on. Does that make you feel better?
You know, surprisingly, it doesn't. Oh, what's this? Hey, there's a girl who's been looking your way. Look, you should go ask her to dance.
We're working, Leo.
V, They sent 2 of us here to make some rich donors feel safe. Our only job tonight is to be here. Ask the girl to dance, or I'll hand the case over to John and Louis.
I don't appreciate this extortion.
Well, it's working.
Oh, whatever, I don't even care. Yes. So, you enjoying the gala?
Oh, yeah. It's not the worst event I've been to, but honestly, I kind of just want to go home and put on some more comfortable clothes.
I'm not a fan of formal wear either.
You're one of the Interpol agents, right? Should we be worried about a break-in or something? Because there's a lot of vulnerable art and pieces here, and I'd hate for anything to happen to them. Especially since my boss already had a break-in just today, and I mean, what if somebody got hurt?
We're keeping an eye out, but we're not expecting any trouble.
Oh. Well, after that break-in, I wasn't sure. You never know with art thieves. Oh, I'm Isabella. And you, officer?
My name is Vivian, and it's actually Inspector for us Interpol agents.
Oh, I'm sorry, Inspector Vivian.
It's fine, please, just call me Vivian. So, Isabella, how'd you get stuck here?
Well, I'm the curator, John William. He's one of the big donors to the museum.
Curator, huh? That's cool. What is it like?
Well, there's nothing like making sure rich people can buy some of the most influential art in the world for their attic and also afford that second super yacht.
Truly the peak of society.
Oh my god, someone who finally gets it. Like, it's not all bad to see a bunch of art and stuff that hasn't been seen by the public eye for decades, but like, for real, that's what you're doing with your money.
Hey, would you like to dance with me?
I'd like that.
Well, you're flirting with Luna Rose. Was this your first interaction with the thief?
I didn't know it was her at the time, just that my partner was insistent that I do something other than casework. To be honest, she wasn't a very good dancer, but not because she didn't notice. She had a confidence about herself like she was the only one in the room. I guess you'd have to do what she did. She left after one song, then came back a week later and stole some handcrafted necklaces with Middle Eastern origins. While I continued chasing Luna Rose, I would eventually run into Isabella a few weeks later, although I was still clueless about who Isabella really was at the time. It was early morning. I just got off a 6-hour stakeout that ended in 8 arrests. I walked into this cafe overlooking the water and figured it was a nice enough spot to get something strong in the caffeine department. There she was, though, sitting at the corner table looking out on the water.
89.1 WIDR FM.
Excuse me, miss. Have we met before?
Maybe. Were you at the gala? That museum a few weeks back? Yeah, you're the officer that I danced with.
That was me. Yes. Sorry. It's been a long night. I don't remember your name.
Oh, I'm Isabella Perez. What may I call you, officer?
It's Inspector, actually. Inspector Wilmore. We're called inspectors, but please just call me Vivian.
Well, would you like to sit with me, Vivian?
If you'd have me.
Vivian, what brings an English girl like yourself here to France, of all places?
Work, unfortunately. My partner and I are searching for a thief. How about you? You from these parts?
Me? No, I do a lot of travel for work myself.
Is that so? I wouldn't think a curator would travel that much.
You remember that?
Yeah, it's a side effect of being an inspector. How long have you been in France?
Well, it's probably been about 4 months now. I'm working to coordinate the donation of my boss's collection with the Louvre for a new exhibit. You'd be surprised how many pieces are owned by private collectors. It's not all of them, but it's more than you'd think. But I guess you'd know all about that, being an Interpol agent.
I must admit, my knowledge of the arts is not one of my strengths. I mostly do bank heists and that sort. I'm new to the art world.
Is that so? Anyways, I have to go, but it was nice running into you again.
Yeah, it was. Hey, are you free on Friday? I hear there's a great restaurant downtown.
Are you asking me on a date, Vivian?
I suppose I am. So, Friday night?
This is the number of my cell phone. Call me tonight then.
Yeah, call you tonight.
You're telling me you went on a date with the Luna Rose?
I did. I almost didn't make it, though. Luna Rose had robbed a private collection about 2 hours before our date.
Well, that was inconsiderate of her.
You know, now that you mention it, it was a bit rude. But in her defense, I don't think she knew I was working on her case at the time. She robbed this private collection and took, what was it? Yeah, she took this Aztec ritual item. I've never left a crime scene so fast. Sorry I'm late. I had a last-minute call. I hope you weren't waiting long.
No, don't worry. I haven't even ordered my wine. So, do you have any idea on what I should get?
I haven't been here before. My partner, Leo, says he enjoys the lamb chops.
Good to know.
So, what made you get into art?
I love the history, the culture, the emotion. Have you ever seen Van Gogh's Starry Night?
I have, when I was just a girl.
If you ever take a look at it again, look at the way the sky dances, the stars glowing. This one troubled man created this painting, not one of the moons or of village streets, but one of a beautiful night overlooking a quiet village. Was it how he saw the stars or how he wished they danced in time thinking of it? It's like a glimpse into someone's mind. I'm sorry, I'm rambling again.
No, it's fine. I liked how passionate you were about it. This is clearly more than a job to you.
Thanks, it is. Not many people like it when I talk about my job. Most people just tend to ignore me.
Sorry to interrupt, but do either of you know what you'll be having tonight?
I think I'll go with the bistecca alla Fiorentina. How about you?
I was thinking about getting the New York strip.
Oh, excellent choices. May I suggest a nice red wine with your meals? We have a lovely chateau from the south near the Mediterranean. I think it would pair quite nicely.
This was a nice night. It's great to have someone listen to me.
It was a joy to listen. It's not every day you get to talk to someone as interesting as you.
Would you like to come up? My boss gave me a bottle of champagne that I don't really have space for in my room. Plus, Friends is on tonight.
Yeah, I do. That sounds fun. We continued to see each other. All the while, we continued our hunt for Luna Rose.
So, Director Leo, you were Vivian's partner while chasing Luna Rose.
Yeah, it was quite the case. Quite an interesting one. All things considered, I'd only met Isabella a few times, most of which were in passing, but, Vivian said they were together for a little over a year. She seemed happy. It wasn't love at first sight, it was more good friends going out for a while. It turned romantic maybe after a few months. Meanwhile, the case was growing cold.
89.1 WIDR FM.
Hey, Leo. Any word from the FBI?
You mean Bob? No. They would have turned up by now if we were in America.
Louis asked around for us, and he didn't find anything. We did, however, finally get our hands on the other reports we didn't have. They were delivered by a courier just a few hours ago. I figured we pop these open, and they may have something that the other investigators missed.
First, I'm gonna order some Chinese. You want some?
I haven't eaten today, so yeah, Chinese sounds good.
Jeez, V, how do you function?
Caffeine mostly.
It seems, Director Leo, that your partner at the time had some terrible luck.
Oh, you don't know the half of it. I swear it was always the royal flush or the 7-10 split. You go to meet her rich, smart, sexy girlfriend, only for another world-famous heist crew to ruin her evening. I will say, though, even that worked out for her. even though she got shot. Vivian is something else.
Now, is it true that your relationship with Luna Rose led to the shootout?
Well, Isabella. Yeah. The funny thing about that is it was completely unrelated to her side gig as the world's greatest cat burglar. Wrong time, wrong place is what it really boiled down to.
Thanks for meeting me at work, mi amor.
Of course. Place seems kind of dead. Did you lose a workplace bet or something?
No, I'm just wrapping this deal up. Paperwork, verification.
Everyone on the ground! You two, the art room now! We've got 3 minutes!
Isabella, stay down and stay hidden. I'll be right back. This is Inspector Wilmore. Armed robbery in progress. Requesting backup at...
So, you were injured. Was it bad?
No. Actually, they only grazed me. The robbers were also fine, and they're still serving out their sentence, I think. Isabella and I decided to use the mandated leave to do some traveling. We wanted to go to Spain, but Isabella, being such an art nerd, thought Italy would be more exciting. So, we spent a week in Italy. A nice little place down south, but not before we hit a lot of the classic spots. It was a great time, even if we couldn't watch Friends. Love that show. I know we're enjoying the trip, but the yacht seems a little bit much.
It's fine. My boss hardly uses it. He said we can borrow it since he's been spending his winters on his new private island.
Don't you need a boat to get to islands, though?
He's taking his jet there to pack stuff easier, I guess. And the helicopter isn't as optimal or something like that.
That is the most 1% thing I've ever heard. We should drink all his fancy wine while we're here.
Way ahead of you, sweetheart. You know, the way this trip has been going, maybe you should get shot more often.
What are you talking about? Most of this trip has been walking through old buildings. This, though, this is where it's at.
You weren't complaining on our night out in Florence.
Then maybe we should head below deck.
So, were there any developments after Luna Rose and Inspector Wilmer went on their trip after the shooting?
No. Because, she was on vacation the whole time. When they returned, though, Luna Rose quickly became more daring.
I'm sorry. She did what?
Looked right at the camera and blew it a kiss.
I heard you. It's just that we get the slightest glimpses of her on camera for years at best. And all of a sudden she's flirting with them now?
On the bright side, we know now what she looks like. Well, kind of. She was wearing a purple trench coat, and her face was hidden behind a mask. Pretty weird looking one, too.
I guess that's something. What did she take this time?
She only took an Indian jewel, it seems. Although, we did possibly find our fence. One of them is a hacktivist that goes by the name Twilight. Twilight does some work as a fence part-time, which is why we didn't find them around our first go-around. Let's go check them out and see what we can get.
89.1 WIDR FM.
Twilight, open up. We'd like to ask you some questions. I'll go around.
Yep. Twilight, you're under arrest for cybercrimes, sales of stolen goods, and running from officers of the law. Not to mention tearing my favorite jacket.
Was tackling Twilight through the window really necessary?
He was going to jump out anyway. I just did it before he could open the window.
Well, our hacker has a name. Alex Kushner. Graduated from Cambridge at top of their class with a degree in math and ethics. They have no criminal record aside from a parking ticket. How does a straight A grad end up the fence for a world-class thief?
Why don't we go ask him? Alex Kushner, you're in some deep waters. Selling stolen items is quite a crime, especially when they're one-of-a-kind pieces.
I don't know what you're talking about, Inspector.
Look, we have a team going through your computers right now. We're going to uncover everything, but we're not really after you. Lead us to Luna Rose, and we'll see what we can do to help you out.
Wait, that's what this is all about? You're busting me for sending millions to a charity?
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, Luna Rose sends me art relics every once in a while and asks me to send the profits to a variety of charities. A lot of them having to do with conservation efforts in the LGBT groups. It's a long list.
You're telling me Luna Rose steals from the most secure sites in the world just to give all the money away to charities? I can't tell if it's noble or it's stupid.
She was stealing all those from people.
From some of the richest people in the world, not to mention some of the biggest museums in Europe.
Luna Rose really is one bad girl. I always knew there was a reason I liked her.
You now know about the thefts, and you're still supporting her?
Of course. The 1% in the governments have continually stolen from the oppressed. Museums are nothing but stolen relics and trophies from their days of conquest.
If you didn't know about the thefts, then why did you run?
My grandmother never trusted anyone. My father never trusted anyone. And I'm not going to break tradition by trusting Interpol. Now I believe I'm entitled to legal representation.
Well, isn't he passionate?
I'll send him to booking.
Thanks. I have plans with Isabella tonight, and I should probably get some sleep before we go out.
Ain't that something? You're finally taking care of yourself. Glad to see it. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Are you going to tell me why we're driving out to the middle of nowhere? Has this just been a long con and you're actually a serial killer who targets cute art nerds?
No, stupid. I'm not a serial killer, but where we're going is a surprise. It is going to be a minute though, so why don't you just take a nap? I'll let you know when we get there. All right, sleepyhead. We're here.
Oh, okay. Where are we?
Well, come on and I'll show you.
Why are we at some old building? Are you sure you're not some serial killer?
I told you I'm not already. Come on. We've got the place to ourselves. You're gonna love this.
Okay, why are we in a dusty room with a copy of Starry Night? Wait, is this his room where he painted it?
I did some research, and I don't think we can get a glimpse into his mind, but we can enjoy the same view and hopefully look back on it with fond memories.
How did you manage all this, V?
It was a little tricky, but for a view like this, what's a few strings and favors?
It is quite something looking out this window.
It is, yet not the view I was talking about, and I don't ever want to stop seeing it. So, Isabella, would you make me the happiest woman in the world and marry me? I found out, of course. I mean, the charade had to end eventually. No matter how in love we were, the house of cards was bound to fall from everything that was going on outside of our love life.
89.1 WIDR FM.
Hey, love.
I know you told me that we'd meet there, but I got off early to surprise you.
Vivian, what are you doing here? I thought we were meeting up later at the, you know.
We were. I got off early and thought I'd surprise you. What's with the outfit, love?
Just, making sure to stay covered is important when looking through dusty storage rooms.
And the bag? Wait! Isabella, what's going on?
Director Leo, you finally found your Luna Rose. What was that like for Inspector Wilmore?
Oh, Vivian was devastated. I guess they met up for a date night and Isabella bolted. She left an empty hotel room, a bag of artifacts, and Vivian. It took a day to piece 2 and 2 together, and Vivian, well, she was different. She focused like she always was, but I mean, there was sorrow and anger in her work. I can't really blame her attitude. That was a really tough way to get dumped. We've spotted Luna Rose on a boat headed for England.
We are responding to a silent alarm triggered at a British museum about 8 hours ago. We suspect it's Luna Rose. I think we're finally gonna get Luna Rose, Leo.
Yeah, me too. Let's go.
Luna Rose, you are under arrest. I'm going after her. There is nowhere to run, Luna Rose. Or Isabella, whatever you want to call yourself. Surrender now and you'll receive a shorter sentence.
I hoped it wouldn't come to this, Vivian.
I can't let you keep doing what you've been doing, Isabella.
For what it's worth, I meant it when I said yes.
I know, yet I still have to turn you in, Luna. You've stolen millions, broken dozens of laws.
All of those items have been stolen from the people already. At least when I steal stuff, it doesn't hurt the people I'm taking it from.
I'm sorry, Isabella, but I have to take you in. Even if I do love you, I have a job to do.
I know. That's why I won't make you.
Isabella!
That is quite a breakup.
Yeah, I suppose it was. We searched the Thames for weeks, and we could never find her body. My guess is that she washed out onto the sea. It's a shame how it all turned out. Isabella, the infamous Luna Rose, she was a sweet girl. Most nights, I wish things had worked out differently.
That must have been a very traumatic experience for you.
It was. I ended up asking for a transfer at work. I wanted to leave it all behind me. Eventually, I moved on with life, to new stories and adventures. I don't think I'll ever forget Isabella, though, even after everything.
That's very well said.
I'm home. Hey, I picked up that coffee you wanted to give Leo the next time he visits. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot your interview was today.
My apologies. This is my wife, Rachel. I didn't know you'd be back so soon, love. How was work?
It was great. I had a lecture on the different themes of the Romantic era. Well, I should leave you to your interview.
No, that's all right. We're pretty much done here. Let me just pack up and I'll be out of your hair. If you don't mind me asking, how did you meet?
A chance encounter while on a case. And just like that, it was love.
Is this seat taken, stranger?
No, it's not. Please, have a seat.
I'm Rachel, and if it's not too forward, are you free Friday night? Do you like Van Gogh? I know this lovely place downtown.
Thank you for tuning into 89.1 WIDR FM's WIDR Tale, Luna Rose. Head over to WIDRFM.org to find Luna Rose re-air times, as well as to check out the rest of the WIDR Tales collection. If you are tuned in, 89.1 WIDR FM's Wave 3 is now here. See all of the new content and fun stuff coming to you all of August on WIDRFM.org and all socials at WIDRFM. You're not going to want to miss what we have for Wave 3 here on 89.1 WIDR FM. Hey, you heard it straight from whoever that was. But hope y'all enjoyed. That was the Luna Rose. We talked about it for the past couple weeks here on the production update. You're getting the tail end of the production update. If you're listening right now, the show on 89.1 WIDR FM meant to keep you in the loop with what we got coming at you on the station. That was Luna Rose. That just aired the 31st at 6 p.m., 9 p.m., and 12 midnight. And you can find it now on YouTube, WIDRFM.org, and SoundCloud and Bandcamp, WIDRFM. Check it out everywhere, folks. You can also listen to our other WIDR Tales collection there as well. So we got a lot more. I'm out of time. We're going to get you back to some music. The sun is shining. It's beautiful out in Kalamazoo. We'll get you back to some music, folks. You have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you next week.